Mr. Whitestone and I were cooking hot dogs for dinner tonight, and Copper here wanted some. So I thought I would do a little bit of an experiment with math. On these two plates, I have two different amounts of hot dogs. On this plate, you can see I've got 110 and 7 ones, so I have 17 hot dog treats. And on this plate, I've got 3 10s and 4 ones, so I have 34 hot dog treats. So I was curious which one Copper would eat, and I wanted to know if he would eat the bigger number or the smaller number. So we're going to do a quick experiment to find out.
The first thing we need to remember is that each 10 has 10 hot dog treats in it. So if you see a long hot dog like this, that means that it's 10. And if you look closely, you'll see that there's 10 ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 ones is the same as 110.
Something that you might not know about Copper is that he really likes food, especially hot dogs. So do you think he's going to want to eat a smaller amount of hot dogs or a bigger amount of hot dogs? He's going to want to eat a bigger amount of hot dogs. So we want to figure out which pile of hot dogs or which plate of hot dogs had the most hot dog treats, because that is the one that Copper will choose. Let's look at these two numbers. On the left, we've got 2 10s and 2 1s. 2 10s is 20, which means we have 20 plus 2, which is 22. On the right, there's 1 10 and 5 1s. 10 plus 5 equals 15. The first thing we have to look at is the number in the tens place. When we look at the number on the left, 22, what number's in the tens place? 2. When we look at the number on the right, what number is in the tens place? 1. There's 1 10. So which one do you think Copper would eat? Copper wants to eat the bigger amount, so he's going to choose the one that has more 10s. The number on the left, 22, has one more 10 than the number on the right, so it is the greater number. Copper's going to eat the number on the left. We show that by using this symbol. This symbol is the greater than symbol. You can think of it like an alligator mouth, or in this case, a copper mouth, that likes to eat the bigger number. The number 22 is greater than 15. Let's look at a different set of numbers. On the left, there are 2 10s and 5 1s. On the right, there are 4 10s and 5 1s. Think about what the numbers are in your head. 2 10s and 5 1s makes 20 plus 5, which is 25. 4 10s plus 5 1s is 40 plus 5, which makes 45. Which is the greater number, 25 or 45? To find out, we need to look at the number in the tens place first. In 25, the number in the tens place is the 2. In 45, the number in the tens place is 4. Which one is greater, 2 or 4? 4. So 45 is the greater number. We're going to use the symbol less than to show that 25 is less than 45. Now look at these two numbers. Which one do you think Copper would eat? It's a trick question. On the left, there are 2 10s and 4 1s, so 24. On the right, there are also 2 10s and 4 1s, so it's 24. We know that Copper only eats the bigger number, but when the numbers are the same, he doesn't know what to eat, and he looks at me like this instead. Now we need to show the numbers in a different way. Do you know of a symbol that means the same as? It's the equal sign. We can use the equal sign to show that 24 is the same as 24, or 24 equals 24. This picture shows two different numbers again, but there's something interesting happening here. What do you notice when you look at the tens? They both have the same number of tens. They both have 2 tens. What that means is that now we have to look at the ones place to decide which is the greater number. The number on the left is 22, and the number on the right is 24. Which number has more ones? 24. Though these numbers have the same amount of tens, 24 has more ones, so it is the greater number, and Copper would prefer to eat it. We draw the symbol, then we read the numbers and symbols from left to right. 22 is less than 24. Try out a few of these problems on your own. You can write your answer on a piece of paper along with the letters shown. That way we can see what answers go with which picture. Feel free to share your work with me using email or OneNote. For an extra challenge, try to write the sentences out the way you would say them. For example, 24 is less than 42, or 71 is greater than 17. Do your best work and pause the video as you need to be able to write your answers down. Now it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time to decide which number we think Copper would eat. Based on what we know about math, do you think Copper would eat 34 or 17? Let's find out. Lay down. Good. Okay, wait. Okay. Copper, wait. All right, first graders, now we're gonna see which one Copper wants. This one's 34 and this one's 17. Copper, do you want 34 or 17? Looks like he wanted 34. Good boy.